Imagine a world consumed by water. Vast, shimmering oceans stretch as far as the eye can see. Only one landmass, a continent of unparalleled size and diversity, dares to break the endless blue. This is the continent, a land of myth and legend. 4 distinct regions divide this mighty continent. First, the Acheron Plains. These grasslands sprawl across the heart of the continent, a tapestry of golden wheat and verdant pastures. Here, life flows at the pace of the wind, simple and pure. Eastward, the landscape shifts dramatically. The shifting sands desert, a realm of scorching sun and whispering dunes, tests the limits of survival. Only the hardiest creatures dare to make their home in this unforgiving expanse. Northward, the land heaves upward into towering peaks. These are the Dwarven lands, where ancient mountains guard secrets as old as time itself. Craggy slopes and deep echoing mines speak of a proud and enduring people. Finally, nestled between the plains and the desert, lies Lakeland. This region of mist-shrouded forests and serene lakes whispers of magic and mystery. It is a place where the veil between worlds feels thin. These 4 regions, though vastly different, are bound together by the unseen threads of fate. They exist in delicate harmony, a testament to the enduring power of balance. For centuries, the people of the continent lived in peace and prosperity. They traded stories and goods, celebrating their shared heritage under a sky full of stars. But this era of tranquility was not destined to last. A darkness was brewing, a storm that would soon engulf the world in shadow. The name of the dark wizard was whispered in hushed tones. He was a being of immense power, driven by an insatiable hunger for control. From his fortress in the deepest, darkest corner of the shifting sands, he plotted his conquest. The dark wizard coveted Mandania's life force, its very essence. He sought to drain the land of its power, twisting it to fuel his own twisted ambitions.
One fateful night, the sky erupted in flame. The Dark Wizard unleashed his fury upon Mandania City, the continent's beating heart. Towers crumbled, their once proud banners consumed by fire. The streets ran red with the blood of innocents. The city, once a beacon of hope, fell into ruin.
But the Dark Wizard's attack was not merely an act of destruction. He wove a spell of isolation, a shroud of darkness that cut Mandania off from the outside world. For a century, Mandania was lost. The other continents knew only silence, the once bustling trade routes severed. The Dark Wizard's magic choked the land, casting a long shadow over Mandania's future. Hope dwindled with each passing year, replaced by a chilling sense of despair. Yet even in the darkest of times, embers of courage refused to be extinguished. Deep within the heart of Mandania, destiny was stirring. A new generation of heroes was about to emerge, their fates intertwined with the fate of the world itself. Far to the west, nestled amidst the ancient pines of the Acheron Plains, lay the Whispering Pines Camp Retreat. It was a place of peace and tranquility, a sanctuary from the harsh realities of the world. Here, 4 unlikely individuals found themselves drawn together by fate's invisible hand. They were an unlikely quartet, their backgrounds as diverse as the land itself.
There was Kaylin, a young woman from the Acheron Plains. She possessed a spirit as wild and untamed as the wind itself. Kaylin was a skilled archer, her aim as true as her heart.
Next came Darius, a warrior hailing from the fallen city of Mandania. His eyes held the haunted memories of that terrible night, fueling his burning desire for justice. Darius wielded his twin blades with deadly precision, a whirlwind of steel and fury.
Joining them was Ilara, a scholar from the mystical Lakeland. She possessed a keen intellect and a deep understanding of the ancient lore. Ilara's magic was subtle but potent, her knowledge a weapon against the unknown.
Finally, there was Borin, a dwarf from the mountain stronghold of Grimforge. He was a master craftsman and a fierce warrior, his loyalty to his friends as unyielding as the mountains themselves. Borin's warhammer struck with the force of an avalanche, shattering stone and bone alike.
These 4 individuals, each harboring their own secrets and aspirations, were unaware of the destiny that awaited them. They had come to Whispering Pines seeking solace, a respite from the troubles of the world. Little did they know, their paths were about to converge, leading them on a journey that would shape the fate of Mandania. Their adventure began with a whisper, a rumor carried on the wind. Tales of strange creatures terrorizing the Ataran plains reached whispering pines. Farmers spoke of monstrous beasts with glowing eyes, their crops ravaged, their livestock stolen. Fear stalked the plains, casting a pall over the once peaceful land.
Driven by a sense of duty and a thirst for adventure, our heroes decided to investigate. They ventured out from the familiar safety of the camp, their eyes set on the horizon.
The Ataran plains, usually so welcoming, seemed to hold its breath. The wind carried an eerie silence, broken only by the distant cries of disturbed wildlife. The heroes journeyed for days, their senses on high alert. They encountered abandoned homesteads, their doors ripped from their hinges, the air thick with the stench of decay. The evidence of the creature's rampage was everywhere, sending chills down their spines.
Finally, they found their quarry. In the shadow of a towering rock formation, a pack of monstrous creatures feasted on the carcass of a slain beast. They were grotesque things, their flesh a patchwork of scars and boils, their eyes burning with malevolent hunger.
The battle was swift and brutal. Kaelin's arrows flew true, piercing the creature's hides. Darius danced through the fray, his blades a blur of deadly grace. Ilara unleashed bursts of blinding light, disorienting their foes. And Borin, with a roar that echoed across the plains, smashed his warhammer into the creatures, sending bones and flesh flying.
Victory came at a price. Darius lay wounded, a gash across his chest. As Ilara tended to his wounds, a sense of unease settled over the group. These were not ordinary creatures. Something dark and sinister pulsed beneath their hides, a taint that spoke of the Dark Wizard's corrupting influence.
The heroes knew then that their journey was far from over. This was merely the first trial, a taste of the challenges that lay ahead. They had much to learn, and even more to overcome, if they were to save Mandania from the clutches of darkness.